What are you doing here?
She's stitching a knife wound when he walks in. Her hands freeze. The needle hovers over torn skin. Blood pools on the metal tray. The fluorescent light flickers above her head, and for a moment, she thinks she's imagining things. 6 months of looking over her shoulder will do that to you. Make you see ghosts in every doorway. But this ghost is real. Kai-sung stands in the entrance of her basement clinic, rain dripping from his black coat onto the concrete floor. His eyes find hers first. Then they drop to her hands, to the surgical gloves, to the curve of her belly under the oversized scrubs. He stops breathing. The man on her table groans. A low-level dealer with a bad night and worse luck. Iris doesn't look away from Kai. Can't. Her heart is slamming against her ribs so hard she's sure he can hear it across the room. How long? His voice is rough, like he hasn't used it in days. She forces herself to turn back to the dealer, finishes the stitch, ties it off. Her hands are shaking now, but she keeps them steady. Muscle memory. Training. The same training that kept her alive in his world before she ran. Doesn't matter. She strips off the gloves, drops them in the biohazard bin. He wanted me gone. Iris, don't. She moves to the sink, washes her hands. The water runs red, then pink, then clear. Behind her, she hears his footsteps. Slow, deliberate. The way he used to walk toward her, in their penthouse, when the city sprawled beneath them, and she believed she was safe. I spent 6 months tearing this city apart looking for you. She laughs. It comes out broken. You signed the papers, Kai. You had me followed by your people. The texts, the warnings. You made it very clear you wanted me erased. The dealer on the table sits up, groggy, clutching his bandaged side. He takes one look at Kai's face and stumbles toward the back exit. Smart man. The door slams. Now it's just the two of them. In the flickering light and the baby between them that he didn't know existed. Kai's voice drops. Dangerous. The tone he used on men before they disappeared. I never signed anything. Iris turns. Looks at him. Really looks. His hair is longer than she remembers. There are shadows under his eyes she's never seen before. His suit is expensive, but wrinkled, like he's been wearing it for days. And his hands, those hands that once held her face so gently, are clenched into fists at his sides. Then who did? The question hangs in the air between them. She watches his expression change. Watches him put the pieces together. He's always been smart. Too smart. It's why he runs half the underground in this city and why politicians return his calls. His jaw tightens. Men. Iris feels the floor tilt under her feet. She grabs the edge of the sink. Min Sung. His younger sister. The one who smiled at her over family dinners and called her Uni with that sweet voice. The one who asked about her childhood in Sao Paulo and seemed genuinely interested in her nursing stories. The one who hugged her at their engagement party and whispered, "Welcome to the family." Kai pulls out his phone. His fingers fly across the screen. She watches him pull up documents, photos, messages. He crosses the room in 3 strides and shoves the phone in her face. Divorce papers. With a signature that looks like his, but isn't quite right. Legal documents transferring assets. A paper trail that paints a picture of a man systematically cutting a woman out of his life. I never filed for divorce. His voice is shaking now. I never stopped looking. Every night I went through security footage. Every morning I had my people searching hospitals, clinics, anywhere you might go. I thought you were dead, Iris. I thought someone took you from me. and I couldn't protect you. She stares at the documents. Her mind is racing. The threatening texts that came from burner phones. The men in dark cars who followed her. The break-in at her friend's apartment where she'd been hiding. She thought it was Kai. Thought he was cleaning up loose ends, erasing the woman who knew too much about his business. But what if it wasn't? The Park family. Kai's voice cuts through her thoughts. Min's been negotiating a marriage alliance, me and Park Yuna. It would give us political immunity, protection, legitimacy. He looks at her stomach again. A pregnant girlfriend with no background, no family name, no connections. You were in the way. Iris feels sick. The men who broke into Clara's apartment. Not mine. The car that followed me to the Harbor District. Not mine. The envelope slipped under my door with photos of me sleeping. Kai's face goes white. What photos? She shouldn't tell him, shouldn't give him more ammunition. But the words spill out anyway. Someone took pictures of me through the bedroom window. Our bedroom. While I was asleep, while you were downstairs in meetings. There were dozens of them, with a note that said I had 24 hours to disappear, or they'd make sure I never woke up again. He's not breathing. She can see his chest frozen, his eyes fixed on her face. When he speaks, his voice is barely a whisper. Min had access to the house. I packed that night. I was gone by morning. I thought you sent them, Kai. I thought you were telling me to leave. I would never. You run an empire built on blood. Her voice cracks. People disappear around you all the time. I've stitched up the proof. I've seen what happens to people who become inconvenient. Why would I be different? He steps closer. She steps back. Her spine hits the sink. Because I love you. The words come out raw, unpolished. Nothing like the smooth, controlled man she knew. Because I spent 6 months thinking you left me and it nearly killed me. Because every morning I woke up in that bed alone and I couldn't breathe. Because... He stops. His eyes drop to her stomach again. Because you're carrying my child. And I didn't know. I should have known. I should have protected you both. Iris feels tears burning in her eyes. She blinks them back. She tried to kill me, Kai. Your sister. Your blood. She wanted me dead. I know. His hands are shaking, and now she knows I found you. The words land like a punch. Iris's hand moves instinctively to her belly. 6 months pregnant. Vulnerable. Slow. She's been so careful. Changed locations every few weeks. Worked under fake names. Paid cash for everything. Stayed off cameras. But if Min has the resources Kai does, if she's been watching, waiting, come with me. Kai's voice is urgent now. I have a compound outside the city. 24-hour security, medical staff. You'll be safe there. Safe? Iris laughs again. That broken sound. I've seen your safe places, Kai. I've treated the men who walk out of them. I won't raise our child in a fortress built on corpses. Then what do you want? The question stops her. What does she want? She wanted to disappear, to give birth somewhere quiet, and raise her baby far from the violence, to forget that she ever loved a man who terrified her as much as he made her feel alive. But he's here now, standing in her illegal clinic with rain-soaked shoulders and desperate eyes. And despite everything, despite the fear and the running, and the nights she cried herself to sleep, there's still a part of her that wants to step into his arms. I want you to choose. Her voice is steady now, clear. Me or the syndicate. Me or Min. Me or the empire. Because I'm done running, and I'm done being collateral damage in your family's power games. He doesn't hesitate. You. Always you. Words are cheap, Kai. You've taught me that. Then what do you need me to do? Tell me. I'll do anything. She opens her mouth to answer, but the lights go out. Complete darkness. The kind that swallows everything. Iris's breath catches. She hears Kai move, hears the whisper of a gun clearing a holster. Then his hand finds hers in the dark. Warm, solid, familiar. Stay behind me, he whispers. Kai. The front door explodes inward, not picked, not unlocked. Blown off its hinges with a concussive blast that rattles her teeth. Iris stumbles. Kai's arm comes around her waist, steadying her, pulling her toward the back of the clinic. Flashlight beams cut through the darkness. 3. No, 4. Men in tactical gear. Professional. Moving with the kind of precision that comes from military training. Kai Sung! A voice calls out, accented. Russian, maybe. Step away from the woman! Kai fires. The muzzle flash lights up his face for a split second. All hard angles and cold fury. One of the flashlights drops. A man screams. But there are still 3 more, and they're spreading out, flanking. Iris's mind is racing. The back exit leads to an alley, narrow, easy to trap. The supply closet has a false panel she installed, big enough for 1 person, maybe 2 if they squeeze. A contraction hits her, sharp, sudden. She gasps, doubling over. Iris? Kai's voices, panicked now. I'm fine, Another contraction, harder, too close to the first. This isn't Braxton Hicks. This is real labor. 6 weeks early. We need to move, now. Kai fires again. Another flashlight goes down, but she can hear more footsteps. They brought backup. He half carries her toward the supply closet, kicks open the door, shoves aside boxes of gauze and antibiotics. His hands find the false panel, rip it open. There's a space behind it, barely 4 feet by 4 feet, lined with emergency supplies she stashed months ago. Get in. Kai, get in. He's not asking. He practically lifts her into the space. She curls into the corner, breathing through another contraction. They're coming every 2 minutes now. This baby is not waiting. Kai steps in after her, pulls the panel closed. The darkness is absolute. She can hear his breathing, feel the heat of his body pressed against hers, smell gunpowder and rain, and that cologne he's worn since the day they met. Outside, the mercenaries are tearing the clinic apart, overturning tables, smashing equipment, looking for them. Another contraction. Iris bites down on her sleeve to keep from screaming. Kai's hand finds hers, squeezes. Breathe, he whispers. Just breathe. I'm in labor, you idiot. I know how to breathe. Even now, even terrified and in pain, she can hear the smile in his voice. There's the woman I fell in love with. A crash. Close. Too close. Someone's in the supply closet. Kai raises his gun. She can't see it, but she can hear the slide being pulled back. If they find this panel, he's going to fight. He's going to die protecting her. And she realizes, with absolute clarity, that she never stopped loving him. The mercenary kicks aside boxes. She hears him muttering in Russian, frustrated, then footsteps retreating. A voice calls out from the main room. They're gone. Check the perimeter. They wait. 5 minutes. 10. The sounds fade. The clinic goes quiet. Kai's phone vibrates. He pulls it out. The screen lights up his face in the darkness. She watches him read the message, watches his jaw clench. What? My lieutenant, Park Ji-ho. He's been on Min's payroll for 3 months. He's the one who told her I found you. Iris feels another contraction building. Stronger. The baby's coming. Soon. Kai, I know. He pushes open the panel, helps her out. The clinic is destroyed. Every piece of equipment she salvaged, Every medicine she stole or bought on the black market, smashed and scattered across the floor. But there's no time to mourn it. Her water breaks. She feels the warm rush down her legs and knows they're out of time. I need to deliver this baby. Now. Kai looks around the destroyed clinic. There's nothing left here. Then we improvise. Iris's voice is sharp, focused. This is what she's trained for. She's delivered babies in worse conditions. In war zones, in refugee camps, in the backs of ambulances racing through gunfire. She can do this. She moves to the one examination table still standing, climbs onto it. Kai is staring at her like she's lost her mind. Clean towels, in the cabinet if it's still standing. Alcohol, gloves if you can find them, scissors, string. He moves, fast, efficient, gathering what little survived the attack. She talks him through it, how to sterilize, how to prepare. Her voice stays calm even as the contractions intensify, even as the pain becomes everything. I need you to catch the baby, she says. Iris, I've never... You've killed men with your bare hands. You can catch a baby. He positions himself. She can see his hands shaking. This man who never shows fear, who faces down rivals and politicians with the same cold smile, is terrified. It's okay, she whispers. I trust you. The words seem to steady him. His hands stop shaking. He meets her eyes. Tell me what to do. She does. And when the pain becomes unbearable, when she's sure she can't do this, can't bring a child into this violent world, she feels his hand on her face. Gentle. The way he used to touch her in the mornings, when light spilled through their bedroom windows. You're the strongest person I've ever met, he says. You're going to do this. We're going to do this together. She pushes. Screams, pushes again. The world narrows to just sensation, pain, pressure. Kai's voice telling her she's doing great. She's almost there. He can see the head. And then, in a destroyed clinic in the worst part of the city, with mercenaries hunting them and his sister plotting their deaths, Iris brings their daughter into the world. The baby's cry fills the space. High, indignant, alive. Kai is crying. She's never seen him cry. He places their daughter on Iris's chest, and his hands are shaking again, but this time it's different. This time, it's awe. She's perfect, he whispers. Iris looks down at her daughter. Tiny, covered in vernix and blood. Eyes squeezed shut against the harsh fluorescent light. She has Kai's nose, Iris's mouth, a head full of black hair. Ash, Iris says. The name she chose months ago, alone in a different safe house. Her name is Ash. Ash Sung. Kai tests it, smiles. Then his expression changes, hardens. We need to move. Min will send more. He's right. Iris knows he's right. But she's just given birth on an examination table, and she can barely feel her legs. I need a few minutes. We don't have a few minutes. As if to prove his point, Kai's phone rings. He answers, listens. His face goes pale. That was Lee Taemin, my rival. Min just offered him a contract. 1 million won for proof of our deaths. Half the city's underground is coming for us. Iris looks down at Ash, at this tiny, helpless thing she's supposed to protect. Then what do we do? Kai is quiet for a long moment. She watches him think, watches the calculation happen behind his eyes. When he speaks, his voice is different, resolved. I make a deal. He steps away, makes a call. She can only hear his side of the conversation. Taemin, it's Kai. I have a proposition. You want my territory? It's yours. All of it. The harbor district, the gambling dens, the protection rackets, everything. In exchange for safe passage. Me, Iris, and our daughter. You guarantee our safety, and I walk away. The Sung Empire is finished. You win. Silence. Iris holds her breath. Yes, I'm serious. You have my word. I'll sign the paperwork tonight, but we need to move now. Min has mercenaries tearing the city apart. If you want my territory, keep us alive long enough to transfer it. Do we have a deal? More silence. Then Kai's shoulders drop. Relief. We have a deal. Send your cars to the clinic. Back alley. 10 minutes. He hangs up, looks at Iris. I just gave away everything I built. For us? For you. He crosses back to her, cups her face in his hands. Always for you. She kisses him. It's desperate and messy and tastes like blood and tears. When they break apart, she whispers, We're not going to make it, are we? Yes, we are. I promise you, Iris. I'm getting you both out of this city alive. Headlights flood the alley. Kai tenses, gun raised. But the cars that pull up are Taemin's. Black sedans with tinted windows. Professional. The back door opens. Lee Taemin himself steps out. He's younger than Iris expected. Barely 30. Sharp suit. Sharper eyes. He looks at Kai, then at Iris holding their newborn daughter. The great Kai Sung, brought low by love. He almost sounds amused. I never thought I'd see it. Do we have a deal or not? Taemin nods. Get in. My people will take you to the airport. I have a plane waiting. It'll get you out of the country. After that, you're on your own. Kai helps Iris into the car. She cradles Ash against her chest, trying to shield her from the cold night air. Taemin watches them with an expression she can't quite read. For what it's worth, Taemin says, I respect this. Walking away takes more courage than staying. Kai doesn't respond, just slides into the car beside Iris. The door closes. The car pulls away. They're halfway to the airport when Iris realizes they're being followed. Black SUVs, at least 3 of them, gaining fast. Kai. He sees them, pulls out his phone. Taemin, we have a tail. She can hear the other man's voice through the speaker. Angry. Those aren't mine. Men must have people at the airport. The SUVs are right behind them now. The driver accelerates. They're racing through empty streets, running red lights, swerving around late-night traffic. Ash starts crying. The sound pierces through the engine noise and screeching tires. Shh, baby. Shh. Iris rocks her, but her own heart is pounding so hard she's sure Ash can feel it. Gunfire. The back window shatters. Iris screams. Kai throws himself over both of them, shielding them with his body. Glass rains down on his back. The driver is good, trained. He takes a hard left, then another. They're in the warehouse district now. Abandoned buildings, no witnesses. The SUVs are still behind them. There's a safe house in the industrial quarter, Kai shouts to the driver. 23 Ryusei Street, get us there. More gunfire. The car's tire blows. They skid, spin, slam into a concrete barrier. Iris's head whips forward. Stars explode behind her eyes. When her vision clears, Kai is already pulling her from the wreckage. Run. She can't run. She just gave birth. Her body is screaming at her. But Kai has her arm, pulling her forward, and she has Ash clutched to her chest, so she runs anyway. The SUVs screech to a stop behind them. Doors open. Men pour out. She doesn't look back. Just keeps running, following Kai through narrow alleys between warehouses. Her bare feet slap against concrete. She's still in hospital scrubs soaked with blood and amniotic fluid. Kai kicks open a door. They stumble into darkness. He slams it shut behind them, slides a heavy bolt across. Where are we? Old textile factory. Taemin used to run operations out of here. He's breathing hard, pulls out his phone. The screen is cracked but still working. We're 2 blocks from the safe house, pounding on the door. Iris backs away. Ash is crying harder now, hungry, scared. She tries to calm her, but there's no time. Is there another exit? Kai is already moving, leads them through the factory. Massive looms sit silent in the dark, their footsteps echo. Behind them, the door splinters. The mercenaries are through. They burst out a back door into another alley. The safe house is ahead, a nondescript building with steel shutters. Kai punches in a code. The door clicks open. Inside, it's sparse. Concrete floors, minimal furniture, but there are supplies, food, water, medical equipment, weapons. Kai bolts the door, drags a heavy shelf in front of it. Then he turns to Iris. Let me see you. Are you hurt? She shakes her head. I'm okay. Ash is okay. He exhales, pulls them both into his arms, holds them like he'll never let go. She can feel his heart racing, or maybe that's hers. Hard to tell where she ends and he begins right now. I'm sorry, he whispers into her hair. I'm so sorry. This is my fault, all of it. It's Min's fault. I should have seen what she was doing. Should have protected you better. Should have... Kai. Iris pulls back, looks at him. You just gave up your entire empire for us. You saved our lives, again. You can stop apologizing. He kisses her forehead. I need to make a call. She nods. Takes Ash to the corner where there's a makeshift bed. Tries to get the baby to nurse. It takes a few attempts, but Ash eventually latches. The relief is immediate, for both of them. Kai is talking in rapid Korean. She catches some of it. Her Korean is decent after 2 years with him, but when he's upset, he speaks too fast for her to follow completely. She hears Min's name, hears him say something about ending this. When he hangs up, his expression is grim. What did you do? Called everyone who ever owed me a favor. Every lieutenant, every ally, every politician I have dirt on. I'm calling in everything. Min won't survive the night. You're going to have her killed? No. He sits beside her, watches Ash nurse. I'm going to do something worse. I'm going to destroy her reputation. By morning, everyone will know what she did. The forgery, the attempted murder, the betrayal. In our world, that's a death sentence. No one will work with her. No one will protect her. The Park family will cut ties. She'll be exiled, alone, with nothing. Iris thinks about Min, about the woman who smiled and called her sister, who tried to have her killed. Good. They sit in silence. Ash finishes nursing, falls asleep in Iris's arms. Outside, sirens wail in the distance, the city churning on, unaware that empires are crumbling in the dark. What happens now? Iris asks. Taman will get us on that plane. We disappear. Start over somewhere new. Somewhere new, she repeats. What does that look like? Kai is quiet. When he speaks, his voice is uncertain, vulnerable. I don't know. I've never had a normal life, never wanted one. But now, he looks at Ash. Now I want her to have what we didn't. Safety, stability, a chance. You'd give it all up. The power, the control? I already did. Iris leans against him. She's exhausted. Her body aches, but there's something settling in her chest. Something that feels almost like peace. I want to go home, she whispers. Where's home? I don't know yet, but we'll find it. They spend the night in the safe house, taking turns sleeping, keeping watch. At dawn, Kai's phone buzzes with a message. He reads it, shows her. It's a photo, Min Sung being escorted out of the Park family estate. Her face is composed, but her eyes are wild, desperate. Below the photo, a message from Taman. It's done. The Park family severed the engagement. Your sister is persona non grata. My people will pick you up in an hour. Plane leaves at 8. Kai deletes the message, looks at Iris. Ready? She nods. The car arrives exactly on time. They drive through the city as the sun rises. Iris watches through the window. This place that was supposed to be her fresh start, that became her prison, that she's leaving behind. At the airport, Taemin is waiting. Private terminal. No security. No questions. He hands Kai an envelope. New passports. New identities. Cash. You're officially dead as of 2 hours ago. The paperwork's filed. The transfer is complete. The Sung territory is mine. Kai takes the envelope, hesitates, then extends his hand. Taemin shakes it. Go be happy, Kai Sung, or whoever you are now. They board the plane. It's small, private, the kind Kai used to own a dozen of. Now they're refugees on someone else's charity. As the plane takes off, Iris watches the city shrink beneath them. Kai is holding Ash. Their daughter is awake now, eyes open, staring at her father's face with that intense focus newborns have. She has your eyes, Iris says. She has your stubbornness. I can already tell. They smile. It feels strange, foreign, like a muscle they haven't used in months. The flight is long. They land in a city she doesn't recognize. Not America, not Europe. Somewhere in Southeast Asia. Humid, crowded, easy to disappear. Over the next 3 years, they build a life from nothing. Kai works construction first, then security. His skills translate, even without the empire behind him. He testifies remotely against corruption networks, uses what he knows to help international investigators dismantle trafficking rings. The work is dangerous, but legal. Mostly. Iris opens a clinic. Not underground this time. Legitimate. Small at first. Just her and a converted storefront in a neighborhood that reminds her of where she grew up in São Paulo. Word spreads. The clinic grows. She hires staff. Applies for grants. Builds something real. Ash learns to walk in their modest apartment. Then to talk. Korean and Portuguese. And English all mixed together. She calls Kai Appa and Iris Mama and switches between languages mid-sentence without thinking about it. Their second child, a son they name River, is born in a proper hospital, with doctors and clean sheets and Kai holding Iris's hand through every contraction. It's boring, perfect. Everything the first birth wasn't. 2 years later, their third, a daughter. They name her Saul, Sunshine, because by then, they've found it. That peace they were looking for. Couples therapy helps, weekly sessions where they unpack the trauma, the betrayal, the fear, where Iris learns to trust again and Kai learns to be vulnerable. It's harder than any fight he's ever been in, but he shows up every week, does the work. They buy a small house, nothing fancy, but it has a yard where the kids can play, a kitchen where Iris teaches Ash to make pão de queijo, and Kai attempts bulgogi with varying success. A bedroom with windows that look out on palm trees instead of cityscape. On their 10th anniversary, they host a dinner at the clinic, not a party, just a gathering. The families they've helped, the community they've built. Iris watches Kai with their 3 children. Ash at 10, serious and smart. River at 7, wild and laughing. Sul at 5, quiet and observant, and feels that peace again. Stronger now, rooted. Later, after the guests have left and the kids are asleep, they sit on the clinic's back steps. The air smells like jasmine and street food. Music drifts from somewhere down the block. Do you ever miss it? Iris asks. The power? Kai is quiet, thinking. He does that now, takes time before answering. I miss the simplicity, knowing who the enemy was, knowing my place in the world. And now? Now I fight zoning boards and insurance companies. He shakes his head. Much scarier. She laughs. Real. Full. The sound surprises her sometimes. How easily it comes now. Ash appears in the doorway. She's holding a piece of paper. Look what I made. It's a drawing. Their family. Iris and Kai in the center. The 3 children around them. The clinic in the background. And in the corner, small but distinct, a single figure, standing alone. Iris's breath catches. Is that Aunt Min? Ash says. She's never met Min, but she's heard the stories. Simplified, age-appropriate. The aunt who made bad choices, who they had to leave behind. Why did you draw her? Kai asks. His voice is gentle. Ash shrugs. She's still family, even if she's not here. Kai and Iris exchange a look. They haven't talked about Min in years. Don't know where she is, what she's doing, if she's even alive. Does it make you sad? Ash asks. That she's alone? Kai considers this. Sometimes, but she made her choices. We made ours. Do you think she's happy? I don't know, sweetheart. I hope so. But that's not our responsibility anymore. Ash nods. Accepts this, takes her drawing back inside. Iris watches her go. She's going to be wiser than both of us. She already is. Kai takes Iris's hand, runs his thumb over her knuckles. The same gesture he used to do in their old life, but it feels different now, lighter. Do you ever regret it? Giving up the penthouse, the money, the life we had? Iris thinks about the woman she was, young, naive, in love with a dangerous man, and convinced she could handle it. She thinks about the woman she became, terrified, running, giving birth in a destroyed clinic while mercenaries hunted them. And she thinks about the woman she is now, scarred, stronger, building something that matters. No, she says, not even for a second. He kisses her, slow, deep. The kind of kiss that still makes her breath catch after all these years. When they break apart, he rests his forehead against hers. I love you, Iris Moon. Or whoever you are now. She smiles. They've had so many names, so many identities, but some things stay constant. I love you too, Kai-sung. They sit there as night settles, the city buzzing around them, their children asleep inside, a life they built from ruins. And for the first time in a decade, Iris isn't looking over her shoulder, isn't waiting for the other shoe to drop. She's just here, present, home. Some scars don't heal. The nightmares still come sometimes. The fear, the memory of running. But they've learned where to build their armor, and who's worth protecting. Their story didn't end with the escape. It didn't end with Min's exile, or Taemin's plane, or even Ash's birth in the darkness. It's still being written in clinic hours and school runs, in Korean lessons and Portuguese lullabies, in the way Kai still reaches for Iris in his sleep, making sure she's there, in the way she still keeps an emergency bag packed, just in case. Old habits. But mostly, it's being written in the ordinary moments. The boring ones, the safe ones, the ones they fought so hard to earn. And that, Iris thinks, as she watches the stars appear above their small, perfect life, is the real ending. Not the dramatic escape or the powerful sacrifice. Just this. Just them. Just home. If this story made you feel something, if you stayed until the end, share it with someone who believes in second chances. Because sometimes the hardest part isn't the escape. It's learning to stay. Subscribe to this channel to enjoy more amazing stories